where cruise lovers, ocean explorers, and curious travelers come together to uncover the real stories behind the world's greatest ships and the people who sail them. Today's journey is not about the ships themselves, but about something equally important: the behavior that can turn an amazing cruise experience into a frustrating one for everyone on board. These are the cruise ship mistakes that make passengers hate you, the habits that annoy fellow travelers, crew members, and sometimes even ruin moments that should have been relaxing and unforgettable. Whether you are a first-timer or a seasoned cruiser, this guide will help you understand what to avoid so you can enjoy smoother, friendlier, and more comfortable days at sea. Cruise ships are marvels of engineering, floating resorts that combine hospitality, entertainment, and transportation in a single city-sized experience. With thousands of people sharing the same space, your choices matter. Every area from dining rooms to pool decks to cabin hallways is designed to handle large crowds while still giving passengers a feeling of space, comfort, and convenience. But when people ignore the design and flow of these spaces, simple mistakes start causing bottlenecks, noise issues, delays, and irritation. Before diving into specific passenger behaviors, it helps to understand how these ships are designed to function smoothly and why your actions can impact the entire onboard ecosystem. Modern cruise ships have interior corridors built intentionally narrow to maximize cabin space while still allowing traffic to move efficiently. When guests leave bags, trays, strollers, or room service dishes outside their cabins, the hallway system becomes blocked. This design choice is important because hallways double as emergency pathways, a detail many passengers forget. Crew members rely on clear passageways for delivering services, responding to calls, and maintaining the ship. Ignoring this design can lead to frustration as people try to navigate around clutter or squeeze past items left in their way. Another area where ship design plays a major role is the buffet. The self-service buffet is meant to keep people moving continuously. Stations are laid out in a way that reduces congestion so passengers can approach from multiple angles instead of forming one long line. When someone stops in the middle to talk, record a video, or inspect every item slowly, the system breaks. The flow gets interrupted and other passengers are forced to pile up behind them. This creates discomfort during peak hours when dining rooms are full and passengers rely on efficient buffet operations to stay on schedule for activities and excursions. Pools are another critical feature designed with passenger behavior in mind. Most cruise lines provide hundreds of loungers, but the demand always exceeds the supply on sea days. This is where the controversial habit known as chair hogging becomes a problem. People often wake up early, leave a towel, and disappear for hours. When the ship designers created this area, their idea was a rotating system where loungers would be used frequently by different guests throughout the day. Chair hogging breaks the entire concept and causes tension on the most relaxing part of the ship. Instead of enjoying the sunshine, passengers end up wandering around the deck searching for a space that should be available but is not. Indoor entertainment spaces also play their part. Theaters, lounges, and atriums are made with acoustic precision to deliver high-quality sound. When people talk loudly, film entire shows with bright screens, or let notifications ping every few seconds, the ambience gets destroyed. These spaces rely heavily on passenger cooperation. Even the most advanced sound system cannot prevent an inconsiderate passenger from disrupting the experience for everyone nearby. Dining rooms are a showcase of detailed hospitality engineering. Plates are cleared quickly, chairs are spaced evenly, and staff routines are perfectly timed. But when someone shows up late for traditional dining or ignores dress guidelines or treats staff rudely, the entire sequence gets thrown off. The dining team works in cycles to serve hundreds of passengers in waves, and a late arrival can delay the entire table, causing stress for servers who are trained to keep everything synchronized. Cruising is designed to be elegant and smooth, but it only remains that way when guests respect the operation. Cruise ships also feature advanced waste and sanitation systems. Every flush and trash bin is part of an interconnected network built to keep the ship clean and environmentally responsible. Leaving garbage on the floor, on decks, or in hallways is more than messy. It interferes with a sanitation system that is extremely strict by maritime law. Crew members work hard to maintain hygiene, especially in public areas where illnesses can spread quickly. Passengers who disregard cleanliness contribute to issues that ships work constantly to prevent. One of the biggest reasons people get frustrated on cruises is noise. Cabins are built with sound buffering in mind, but they cannot block everything. When someone slams doors, plays music loudly, or lets children run in hallways, the disturbance spreads through multiple cabins. The ship design attempts to mask noise, but personal behavior determines how comfortable the environment ultimately is. What may feel like a fun moment for one person can easily become a sleepless night for someone else. Elevators are another challenge. Cruise ships place elevators strategically to serve multiple decks efficiently, but they work only when passengers follow basic etiquette. Blocking the doors, pushing ahead of others, or pressing every floor button as a joke leads to delays for hundreds of people. The elevators are engineered for quick turnover, and one misbehaving guest disrupts not only the people inside the lift, but also everyone waiting on multiple decks. Outdoor spaces are designed to handle wind motion and crowd flow, meaning passengers must follow safety rules for them to remain enjoyable. Ignoring rail warnings, climbing barriers, or leaning dangerously over balconies does not just risk injury, it causes stress for others who witness unsafe behavior. Crew staff train extensively for emergencies, so when someone acts recklessly, it triggers concern that is completely avoidable. Performance aspects of the ship, from stabilizers to propulsion systems, also influence passenger comfort. Modern ships are designed to reduce vibrations and sway, making the journey smoother. But when passengers misuse restricted areas or tamper with emergency equipment, the ship's safety performance becomes compromised. These systems are sensitive and rely on everyone respecting boundaries. Even something as simple as propping open a fire door affects air pressure systems and can create problems the engineering team must address immediately. Cruise ships also operate on tight schedules. Shore excursions, entertainment programs, and dining times are coordinated with incredible precision. When passengers ignore instructions to gather on time for tender boats or delay group meetings, everybody suffers. Crew members must follow International Port Authority windows, and one late passenger can cause an entire excursion boat to miss its departure slot. This not only affects the group, but sometimes forces the ship to leave without certain experiences being completed. One unique aspect of cruising is the cultural diversity on board. Ships employ crew members from dozens of countries and host passengers from all around the world. Every space is designed to accommodate different languages, manners, and expectations. Being rude, dismissive, or culturally insensitive is one of the quickest ways to earn dislike from everyone around. People come to cruise for relaxation, and respect is at the heart of the onboard experience. The unique selling point of any cruise ship is the community it builds at sea. Shared dining, shared shows, shared adventures, and shared relaxation form a social system unlike anything on land. But when passengers violate unspoken rules, such as cutting lines, overcrowding hot tubs, bringing loud arguments into public areas, or attempting to bypass security checks, the harmony breaks. Remember that the ship is both a resort and a shared home for the duration of the voyage, and cooperation makes the experience magical for everyone. At the heart of every cruise line, whether it is a massive ocean liner or a boutique yacht-style vessel, the mission is the same: create an environment where passengers feel safe, relaxed, and entertained. These floating resorts are crafted with thoughtful architecture, clever design, and world-class engineering, but they rely on passenger etiquette just as much as mechanical precision. When travelers understand how the ship works and respect the people who operate it, the experience transforms. Everything from dining to lounging, from theater shows to poolside afternoons, becomes more enjoyable when everyone is mindful. So as you prepare for your next voyage, remember that the little things matter. Being considerate of personal space, keeping pathways clear, respecting staff, following safety instructions, and observing the natural flow of the ship's design all contribute to a harmonious journey. You become not only a better cruiser, but someone who enhances the atmosphere for everyone around you. And that is what SHIPVERSE is all about: exploring not just the ships themselves, but the experiences and communities they create. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the mistakes that make passengers hate it at sea. If you enjoyed this breakdown of ship design, behavior, and onboard harmony, make sure to stay with SHIPVERSE as we continue exploring the wonders, challenges, and surprising stories that define life on the ocean.